Welcome back to the Macbeth walkthrough. So we're down here in the water, what's it called? Where are we? The water something. The water reserve. Well, that doesn't look like much of an effective water reserve. This thing just looks flooded to me. But you can see that we've got ourselves a big old cathedral. It's been flooded with a particularly nasty old priest, sort of, or ex-priest, I think, hanging around the bottom of it, being working for, quote, the Aldrich faithful. So there's this baddie out there called Aldrich, and Aldrich, you know, was a priest who went wrong, who went bad and started messing with evil forces. So we're going to fight him. We're on our way to kind of pursue forward with that. But once you've taken out the two beasties that spit lots of lightning and fun stuff like that, back up the hill. We're going to go up now. Now, to put you in the picture, just to remind you where everything is, that's where we've come from. Those guys respawn over there, so if you want to keep coming back to that, you can. Over there is the fight club, and we come, and the progression goes up here. And while we're up here, all up there, well, okay, exactly that. So while we're up here, those silver knights are up there with great bows attacking, and they have crazy range. I'll pick up a Titanite scale, which we need. How many do we need? We need 4. We've got 1. We need 3 more to do anything useful still. And you can see that it kind of hangs around in my foot. Achilles heel. Hey, hey, hey. Right, follow this distance. Come over here and keep going, because you'll get shot. Okay. Large Titanite shard. So if you're upgrading a weapon that isn't, like if you're upgrading any other kind of weapon, you need these large Titanite shards. This is a good place to get them. Also, once you start farming those silver knights, you can pick up some large Titanite from them as well. Alright, we're going to run up here and go to the right, because there's a silver knight right there. Let him shoot, come up here and then dodge over to your right and drop. Now, they sometimes follow you down, but you're going to pick up the Easterner's ashes. That's important for our progression. Up we come. Alright, when we get up the top here, it's going to be all systems go. We've got a whole bunch of silver knights that you have to fight. So we'll take him out. And they drop large Titanite shards. They also drop their armour, which I'm interested in. I like the idea of the silver armour. We don't have to kill them all, but we do have to kill a number of them. Now, this is a big invasion area, so, you know, lots of people hang around here. Alright. And he's dropped another large Titanite shard. We want to go back down that hill there, but we're going to come around the side first. And there's a guy around here. He'll change to his sword, and then we can come in behind, get the backstab happening. And he's just dropped some Titanite shards. This is going to be helpful for upgrading maybe our bow. We want to take these two guys out first, I think. Let's do that. Alright, so here what I'm going to do is a jump attack. Whoa! Two measly Titanite shards. And this guy's he's got the lightning spear. We're going to go for the backstab again. And just a couple of wussy Titanite shards. Alright, so we're going to come back down here and open up the shortcut. Round to the right, we're going to get shot at. But you can usually hear them take the shot. Across this little bridge. Remember these little shortcuts and little alleys and things for when you are coming back here. It's a nice place to pick up souls. Come back here, get involved in the fun. That's what I did for a while to level this thing up. And what you can do is, and I won't do it because of, you know, permissions from the people that I'm, like, I don't want to necessarily paint people in a bad light in the fight clubs, because sometimes people can behave in a less than average fashion. But opening up that shortcut means if you get dead, you can just come up this way. Now you can see there a little shiny. It's an important shiny. So down we go. The great bow. So we can now start great bowing around the place if we wish. Oh, well, it turns out that we are buff enough to do it. So there you go. It's heavy. It's very heavy. It weighs 10 points. So, you know, in a future life when we have way more kind of vitality, we might shift from our bow of Faris to a great bow. That's not us at the moment, though. Now, there's nothing around here, but these are good little cunning places to remember, you know, to drop down to, etc., when you find yourself in an ickle bit of trouble. Whoa! Oh, Shiite, where's he? All right, he's over there. All right, let's go get him. So back around the way we came. Those guys will fire. And there are lots of other ways to get back around. You could have gone back around the shortcut. Should have gone back around the shortcut. But we didn't do that. And we're just going to wait for him to shoot again. Alright. And he missed, which is good, but a little bit unlikely. A never miss. They've got crazy range, but also really quite unfair accuracy. Okay. Alright. Now we're progressing through. We've picked up the Eastern's ashes. We're going to give those ashes in. Down to the right here, under the statue of the big guy with the big sword, we have a fake wall. Come down here and we're going to pick up the brass armour, which is something we might consider because Macbeth may be arrogant enough to go for gold looking stuff. We'll put it on and have a little look and see how we feel about that. We also have the option. Now, if you have proceeded with Henri's questline, or if you haven't, she might be there and did, but she's not. And down to the right here, tucked away, is a chest. It's a safe chest. Open it up. In it is a reversal ring. So, in a bid for gender equality, reversal ring. Let's put it on here. Turns you into a woman. And you can see the difference in Dark Souls as to how things are carried if you put it on. So now Macbeth is a lady and has a lady's stance. Not a particularly attractive lady, but there you go. Macbeth is all man. We're going to take that off again and go back to being a bloke. But I like that. That's a funky little ring. It enables you in the middle of the game, if you think about it. It's these rings that completely... They're sort of cheat rings. They're sort of distortion rings. So they enable you to do things like hide who you are. Which is, you know, you can put on rings that make you look like a phantom instead of the host, and you can put on rings that change your gender. You can put on rings that make you invisible. So you have a lot of options in game in terms of hiding your good self. Alright, so you can see now that what we have is a funky swivelly thing. More buildings over there we want to get to. So pull this lever. Pick up the shiny ember and have a look, and you can see it all kind of spins and swivels back down again. Plenty of fun to be had on this manoeuvre if you are running from or invading people, you can kind of run around on this thing and, you know, turn it on and turn it off and do all sorts of cool stuff. So up the spirally staircase. Staircase of Doom. It's not really a staircase of doom, but there you go. And push on the lever. Ah, yes. We're quite used to that as Macbeth. Macbeth! Now, we've got our Silver Cat ring, which we're going to put on here. So we're going to take off our Estus ring, put on our Silver Cat ring, which is the ring that lets us kind of fall down without hurting ourselves too much. So first things first, we see now this next section, and this is a beautiful... Let's just take a moment to reflect. That's a castle. That's a cathedral-y castle. And we look at the buttresses of it, and we have a look at the construction of it, all the way down there. That's where we came in. Irithyll, remember we were gadding about down the bottom of that thing? And here we are up the top. Stunning. The designers and I suppose narrative designers as well at FromSoft are doing an amazing job to create a world like this. Arnor Londo, very famous in the Dark Souls universe. So Londo, here he is at Londo. First things first, little bait you can do to trick that guy. He will kill himself for you. Oh, actually, you don't want to do that. We don't really care. But you can kill him by baiting him, and he will fall all the way down. Now, once you've turned that bonfire on, we're going to do something different. Back over here. And climb down the stairs. And this is really one of those things that, you know, I think is a bit unfair of FromSoft, because there's absolutely no way to avoid, that I can see, to have worked this out. If you could, aside from someone telling you it's here, like me, if you look at this, you clearly can't walk there, right? Now I'm going to drop a little sign to say objects. We're going to say, if we can, path. I want to say path ahead. Can't do that. Geography. Shortcut. Oh! No. We're going to change the word shortcut to geography hidden path. There we go. We're going to say hidden path ahead because you can do this. You can just walk out. Hey, I'm walking on air. And when you get to about here, head in and you will drop next to the bonfire. Right, now we have another covenant.
Name thyself, stranger.
Macbeth.
I am Yorshka, captain of the Dark Moon Knights.
I am the Thane of Cawdor.
What beckoned thee to such a place?
Witches! And here you perform the Dark Moon loyalty gesture that you got from Cirrus.
Thanks too. Very well. Captain to this knightless company I remain. I will grant thee purpose.
Thank you. So we've now joined the Dark Moon Knights.
Thou'st journeyed far. Hear my voice.
I hear you. I hear you. A little bit kind of squeaky.
Thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords.
Yeah.
Then I place thee under the aegis and the power of the Dark Moon.
See, we're a Dark Moon blade. Excellent.
Thou art now a blade of the Dark Moon.
We're now a blade of the Dark Moon. So we've joined another covenant.
Only swear this oath.
Yep. And if you want,
if I can provide,
you can offer proofs of concord kept.
May the dark.
Alright, so we're now also a blade of the Dark Moon. And we can just sign that up. You can now be summoned as a blade of the Dark Moon if that's you. Now, this is a fun bit of platforming. There's a couple of things in here we want to grab, so you want to be careful about how you drop down. I'm wearing the Silver Cat ring, which of course means I can sustain a bit of fall damage. But if you look down there, I've got one thing I want to grab first. Okay. Pick up the Painting Guardian's curved sword. And we're going to drop down, and if you look over there, there's another one. Another shiny. And here we're going to grab the Painting Guardian Clobber, which is what that person was wearing who wasn't particularly helpful for us. It's a lovely set. I think it's very stylish. And of course, remember, you don't necessarily have to always wear heavy armour. We do. We're going to wear heavy armour because we're Macbeth, Thane of Cawdor, Thane of Glamis, King of Scotland, and he wears heavy armour. But you don't have to. Bit of platforming. There we are. Should be able to nicely get to the middle one from there. Yep. Then down to that one. Then down to the bottom. And we should start to realise just where we are, which is, of course, back at Irithyll of the Boreal Valley in that last exit that nobody really took. Okay. So there we go. What we want to do now is push up back through, back to Analondo, and we're going to push around and open up those big gates and doors. So, there are a lot of these Silver Knights and they're going to start charging everywhere. There's a way to cheese the Silver Knight that I told you. You can simply kill it with your bow and arrow. But we want to try and knock them out because we're looking to pick up some of the armour. So before we do, let's have a little bit of fashion chat. Alright, how do we feel about the gold set? Is that looking more Macbethy? Yes, I think it is. And what about the legs? Yes. No. Silver and gold. How about that? Now these we can't really get any of these on. All the gauntlets are too big. We also have the option of that with a stag on it. And the stag, I think, is quite Scottish. We go with the stag, then we can get some more substantial armour happening on the... Can we? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not at all. No. Mirror gloves? No. Let's go with this look. That's feeling very Macbethy. Although I wonder if we're not better off with the gold. It's a very tough decision. I think what we actually want is something from the... Yeah, what we're looking for is the armour from the DLC. So what we're going to do is we'll wear this for a bit. Now as you come up here, you see got a knight there. We've pissed him off. Oh, hang on a second. Dude, that seems a bit unfair. You're covering 3/4 of the distance of the whole frickin' bridge, which I don't think is at all fair. Mongrel. I'm not happy about that at all. That just seemed, you know, that's just a crazy and really silly distance. Oh! 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 A clang of metal on metal. How does his short sword have more reach than my frickin' greatsword? It doesn't, that's how. Cheating bastard. Dead. Alright. Cheating bastard is dead. We don't need a Silver Cat ring anymore. We're not going to be jumping down any holes. So let's put on our Estus ring and make sure Estus is Q and does lots. We could also put on the ring of the sun's firstborn. Sorry, the sun ring, which we don't have yet. Do we have that yet? We don't have that yet. We'll get that. Alright. Now round to the right. Well, first of all, there's a little shiny up here on the left. You can grab that. Large soul. Round to the right is that red-eyed silver knight, so a bit nastier than the non-red-eyed silver knights. He's going to take a little bit of doing. Ah, it seems a bit unfair. Got him. We got the helm, we got the leggings, and we got a large titanite shard. So that was definitely worth leaving him alive to do that. And we're going to grab this. Soul of a crestfallen knight. And come on in. And this is the gate we're going to open. So we'll leave it there.